Hi, so in this video we are going to discuss about the dimension and first of all, before moving on to explaining dimensions and how to calculate dimensions, I'm going to tell you that what actually dimension is. Well, dimension is actually a thing which is used to denote the nature of physical quantity. Moving on, dimensions are actually expressed in the form m, l, t, and what m is actually, it's a physical quantity which is mass, l is length, while t is time. Now mentioning their units, for mass we have grams, for length we have meters, and for time we have seconds. Now in physics we denote every other quantity, for example a quantity which is speed, or you might say maybe density. Let me write density over here. This density and here speed, both of them are actually a physical quantity, and we actually denote them or represent them in this form which is called mlt. Now I'm going to show you how to actually represent a quantity in this form, which is mass, length, and then time. Now first of all, let's think of a question. So the question is, denote the dimension of speed. Now speed here is a physical quantity, but before calculating the dimension of speed, you have to write the formula of speed here. The formula of speed is, as you all know, distance upon time. I'm going to write it capital D here for distance and a capital T for time. Now here is the formula for speed. What you have to do to figure out the dimension is that you have to actually take the base quantities. The base quantity is a distance. A base quantity is something which has only a single unit. For example, distance, it is not a derived quantity, as I told in my previous videos. It is a base quantity. And time, it is also not derived, but speed is derived from this distance and time. Like when we divide distance with time, we get speed. So speed is a derived quantity, but d and t, both of them are base quantities. Now when figuring out dimensions, the first step you take is to write the formula. The second step, as this is a physical quantity, you have to write the dimension of this physical quantity. And as this is a base quantity, I'm gonna write a b here. Time is also a base quantity. You are going to write the units of these. Now you have to learn one thing, is that whenever you are given a question to calculate a dimension, you are only going to write the units for the base quantities. Now moving on to our second step. Our second step shows us that d has a unit of meters, and in this mlt, where can you actually see d, which is distance? Obviously in the category of length. Alright, so you are going to write l here. And time, we have got the time over here, so we are going to copy it as it is. So the answer here is l upon t, and you are going to take the t up, so it's gonna become l multiplied by t to the power of -1. As you have removed this division sign, you are going to multiply, plus that t has a power of -1 as well. So when you're going to multiply, you are going to get l into t to the power of -1, and this is the dimension of speed. Now moving on to our another question, or figure out the dimension of acceleration. I'm gonna write this figure plus acceleration. Alright, ACC for acceleration. Before moving on, as you all know, the first step is to calculate the formula, and the formula of acceleration is equals to, this would become velocity as a whole in dimension, so the formula would become velocity upon time. Alright, velocity upon time, you are going to write the dimensions again. Now as you can see, t is a base quantity, but here v is a derived quantity. So what you are going to do, you are going to take out this derived quantity, which is velocity, and you are going to calculate the dimension of velocity first. So the second step here is to calculate the dimension of velocity, and obviously we are going to write the formula of it. So velocity equals to distance upon time, and there you go, distance has length, while t you are going to write time. Alright, so the dimension of velocity is again gonna be l to the t, l into t to the power of -1. So this is the dimension of velocity, and we are going to calculate the dimension of acceleration. So, and we are going to put it right over here, l to the t, L into t to the power of minus 1 upon t. You are going to remove the sign of division, and the t goes up and it becomes L into t to the power of minus 1 into t to the power of minus 1, and the final product is gonna be L into t to the power of minus 2. That's it. Thank you. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.